Hello, welcome, my beautiful people, Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Anissa Rodriguez, and if you don't know who I am, now you do. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. Thank you for just coming across this video and watching. And if you're not already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is definitely something that I've been dreaming about and doing for years, and on the journey back again, on my YouTube channel. So if you like this video, please like it. Please leave a comment to what more you want to see from me, what more you want to hear from me, what kind of videos you like to see as well on my channel. And if you're not already subscribed, so yeah, we're just gonna get into it. I didn't have a topic, I didn't have an idea, I didn't have really no message right now. I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do a YouTube video. I'm just gonna do a YouTube video. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not gonna try to be a perfectionist and all the excuses that have been stopping me from really not stopping me, yeah, stopping me. All the excuses that I've been letting stop me from really just making YouTube videos and putting them out, because my goal was to put out a video every week and start building up my channel and stuff, you know, to do the things that I want to do. But I have not. I've dropped my last video, my Q&A, and then haven't posted ever since. And I really haven't even been marketing, promoting, or anything on my YouTube channel or my YouTube video. So I'm here and I really don't feel good at all. And you know, my body is very uneasy right now, and just going through a lot. My body is just feeling very uneasy. Yesterday, just I was not feeling good, so I woke up, my body very uneasy, and right now my heart is beating very fast. I just really don't know why, but I'm taking it easy today. I've been relaxing and getting some rest, because if you know me, you know that I just don't sit still. Like I do sit still, and but my mind, it doesn't sit still. So at times, even though I'm working on it, I'm working on all of those things to just really be more in living and thriving than more than survival mode. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in my room and I'm just watching podcasts, I'm watching videos, especially, you know, about God, you know, girls, things like that, things that, you know, that I love to watch on a daily basis. I have to get that dose every day, that dose, that very big dose of God and His Word and His presence. So that's what I've been doing today. I was watching a video, a girl's on podcast and stuff, and I love podcasts, and my podcast is coming so soon too. But anyways, so I'm watching and I'm watching and I'm watching, and just like everything is just not feeling right to me. Everything is just not feeling right. It's just not. So then I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna make a video. I'm just gonna make a YouTube video, and whatever comes out, because I'm just tired of making excuses. I'm just tired of just not doing what I said I'm going to do. So I'm here. I'm here and I'm doing it. So here we are. Anyway, so first and foremost, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. This is my first video of the new year of 2023. And y'all, I'm just uploading this. Like, I'm just uploading it how it is, raw, unedited, unfiltered, on everything. Like, I'm just gonna edit. So y'all gonna get the bloopers, y'all gonna get the blank moments, y'all gonna get the ooh, like stuck moments, y'all gonna get it all, y'all gonna see it all, y'all gonna get it all. So happy new year, happy new year to you, happy new year. I hope this year is a great year for you, filled with abundance, joy, healing, prosperity, reflecting, you know, just really growing, really growing. And So in this video, I'm just pretty much gonna just talk about like the space that I'm in like 2022, I guess, because it's a new year. So today is January 26th, and it's it's almost, the month is almost over, which is crazy because yesterday was just New Year's. It's insane. And this month, I've been really taking it slow. Really taking it slow, been very, very quiet and behind the scenes, not posting, not really on social media. And besides the fact that I went to Delaware for 8 days, so a little getaway and stuff, to see Sean and the boys, and to see my best friend, and my nephew Winter. Shout out to my nephew Winter. We got the same birthday. So my best friend Jasmine and her family, and my nephew was happened to be there. So yeah. And so I went to go there, just a little getaway, and breathe and all that. Just I just went away. So maybe I'll tell you about that trip one day. We'll see. We gotta see how things go. But I'll tell y'all that story one day, if it really prospers the way it's going. I hope it prospers, but we're gonna see. Anyway, so my mom's birthday is on January 1st, on New Year's Day. So the first week of the month, we were just chilling. I was just chilling with my mom. It was her birthday. I had my daughter, things like that. Right now my daughter's in Tennessee with her dad for his birthday. So happy birthday, baby daddy. And so I really just been taking it slow. Really taking it slow, and especially around the holidays could be too much. There's a lot of energy, a lot of things going on. So I don't know, I always slow down like the last 2 months, and like start picking up at the ending of January. Well, January going in the ending of January. So because I really reflect a lot. I really reflect a lot. So this 2022 was a crazy year for me. Let me say that. So that's why I was like, I need to really just take it easy, take it slow, because so much has happened in 2022 that I had to catch up to everything. Like my emotions, my thoughts, everything just needed to like come to alignment, like all together, just be on the same accord. And so I needed to do that, like really soak in, and let the transformation and everything just happen on its own. So that's what I was doing. I was just taking it slow. But 2022, let me tell y'all, was an amazing year for me, but such a hard year for me. So much tears, so much uncomfortability, which is a good thing, because if you're uncomfortable, if you're comfortable, you're not growing. So you need to be uncomfortable, because that's where you start growing. So I was uncomfortable in uncomfortable situations. I was like in the unknown for real. It's like unpredictable. It was very chaotic. And as I open up more on YouTube and just really tell my testimony and talk about my testimony to you guys, and things like that, you guys get to know me, you guys will just understand the world and everything that I came from. Because the world is changing. My world is changing day by day. Thank you, Lord, because it's changing for the better. But it was crazy for me. A lot of chaos, toxic, and hard moments. A lot of crying, a lot of bumping, a lot of self-reflecting, a lot of breaking down, coming to terms with the different spirits. You know what I'm saying? Like really digging deep, because 2021 was that was that starting year for me of changing my life, really changing my life, and giving getting closer to God and having a relationship with God. But my relationship with God literally grew and got so stronger, so much more stronger in 2022. Because at this point, I feel like I had nothing else. I had nothing else to rely on and lean on, because it was like, at this point, I got nothing else to lose. I got nothing else to lose. The way life has been going for me, and me trying to do it and maneuver and things like that, it was not working out for me. It was not working out in my way. So at this point, I already knew that, because I made that decision in 2020 to really lock in with God and give my life, day by day to God, and building a relationship with God, because I always knew God. I always, prayed and, things like that. But having a relationship with Him is totally different than just knowing Him and just going to church and all that. Like, you really have to have a relationship with Him. My goal was not to be religious. My goal was not to be, this perfect person and I'm overnight or nothing. That's not what my goal was. My goal was to have a relationship with Him that nobody could take away from me, nobody could break, nobody, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because all that religious stuff and things like that, I just don't know. I didn't grow up in going to church every Sunday, having Bible study and things like that. My mom did pray with us. We knew the Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom. We knew that prayer. We'll say that prayer. My stepmom at the time, Susie, her too, showing us these prayers, and we'll have to pray before bed and all these other things. But we were not we didn't go to church all the time. We'll go to church here and there. You know what I mean? And like Bible studies and things like that. My cousins had Bible studies, and my cousins, mom was a Jehovah's Witness at one point in time in her life, and they had to go to church all the time. And my grandma was a Jehovah's Witness, so when we were with her, we would go to church, to the Jehovah's Witness and stuff like that. But my mom, in her household, we knew of God. And what she knew and stuff like that, and just we'll pray. So I knew of Him, but knowing Him, I didn't know Him. So when my life came to like that point where something's gotta give, because I just can't do this no more. So I made that decision. I locked in with God. At this time, I was tapping into the more of the spiritual side and learning things, and just learning more of the spiritual side of the world, and manifesting, and the power of your tongue, the power of your words and the thoughts, and all of this stuff. It was just going really, really deep. So 2021 was really going into deep with that. And then I think 2022 was really the year of applying everything that I was learning. And from 2021, I was just really solely focused on myself, on becoming better, losing weight, and getting closer to God. I really ducked off. I wasn't really around anybody. I changed, I stopped clubbing. I didn't, besides, the pandemic and stuff, but I wasn't doing a lot of things that I used to do. I was the person that was always out every weekend. I used to work in the nightlife, and then the nightlife just was basically my second home. Not proud to say that, but downtown was like my second home at one point in time. And downtown was seeing me more than other family members were seeing me. So at this point, it was just not good. And so going into this time, I'm not doing all this stuff I used to. I started working out. I started doing personal development, meditating, journaling, reading, just doing a bunch of different things that I just didn't do before. And if you know me, I really do love to learn, and I do love to read and do all these things. But I had lost those things as I got older, and just got lost in this world. And so 2021 was that, learning all of those things, learning out a bunch of different things, and just tapping into just that, getting closer to that. I lost 50 pounds or less than a year, or almost like, yeah, almost like 50 pounds within a year. I lost a lot of weight. I was focused on my health and wellness business at that time. So I was a distributor for Total Life Changes, and I was taking their products, their supplements and stuff like that, NutriBurst and their detox tea. Matter of fact, I love their products. So regardless of what, y'all go get them products. I got a link if y'all want them. But I was taking my products. I was just really locked in. I was losing weight. I was working out, and just so focused on changing my life. And then when you do that, the enemy don't really like that. So I started getting hit with a lot of challenges, and then really, people didn't tell me when going on to this journey what to really expect, because you think it's gonna be kind of like glitz and glamorous. It's gonna be cool, like I'm growing, I'm transforming, I'm becoming a different person, and yada. No, those dark times, those demons, I guess you gotta face. If people want to call them demons, spirits, whatever, you gotta, whatever you call them. I had to face me. I had to face me. I had to face all the good and the bad of me and go deep within. And it was so hard. It was so hard. I had so many things that I had to face and really knock down. So going into 2022, I was already in a dark space mentally and all that, but I was fighting and pushing through daily, because it's like I have no other choice but to, because if I don't do anything, my life is just going to continue to stay like this. So I need to get up and I need to do something. I need to go out, I need to work, I need to work out, I need to go after my dreams, digging in. So me, I binge watch YouTube, but not just random videos. I look doctors, therapists, healing, personal development. Like, I binge watch on that. I watch a lot of podcasts, things like that. So 2022, we were already New Year's. We was all in quarantine because my sister-in-law had gotten COVID. So we were all in quarantine, and I was journaling and self-reflecting coming into 2022, because I was not letting up. I'm like, this is the year. This is the year. This is the year. So I did that. I had to fight and push through. Like, I had to fight and push through what was going on around me, because really my environment was not good. My environment was not good. It was not healthy. It wasn't feeding me. It wasn't pouring into me. So I had to fight every single day mental battles to get and push through and fight against the grain of what I'm seeing everybody else do. Everybody else is just watching Netflix, laying down, and whatever. If people are not choking each other, fighting each other, arguing, cursing, all types of chaos, that's what they were doing. Netflix, binge watching on Netflix. And me, I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. I could only do that for a certain amount of time, or I start feeling like I'm whacked and crazy. So, but needless to say, I learned so much. I learned so much because I had nobody else to lean on but God at this point. So everything that I was going through, I was behind closed doors. I'm crying and I'm praying to God to help me, to change me, to what is it that I gotta do? What is it that I gotta do? And I was just in this space of like, when you're, I don't know, when you're transitioning and you're just letting the metamorphosis just really happen, you gotta, like a caterpillar that goes to a butterfly, there's layers that has to happen. There's phases that has to happen. And there's seasons. So I just felt like at that time it was just, 2022, I peeled so many layers off and released that. I had to peel so many layers off and release it, especially when it came to like trauma, childhood trauma, sexual abuse, just healing forgiveness, even forgiving when, like, you're not forgiving them for them, you're forgiving it for you. I just, with my daughter's father, just a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And so 2022, I was just getting hit, like, it was just challenge after challenge after challenge, and within self, and then just what was going around. So, but I accomplished so much too last year. Like I said, getting closer to God was it was a big accomplishment for me. I did 2 events last year for my women empowerment group, Empower Women. We did 2 events. Our first event was Mommies and Mimosas. Mommies and Mimosas in May. And then the other event was Mommies and Mimosas in November. So we did 2 events, and the events were so good, so good. I don't want to say it all right now in one video because the video is going to be too long. And so that in May was such a great success, such a great success. But before that, I did a podcast with my bro Jay. Then I did another podcast with, it's called Ajusta Tu Corona, like adjust your crown. And that is, and so that was talking about domestic, it was a woman, podcast, and talking about domestic violence and talking about just abuse and childhood. And I'm gonna upload that video to my YouTube channel so you guys can see it. Nobody has seen it besides the people that I watched it from her platform and whoever watched it at the time that I had posted it, but no one has really watched it. But I'm gonna post it because I really went deep, and at that time it was crazy. I had COVID and everything, and I still did the video, but I accomplished so much. I had got my license last year. I didn't have my license ever. Like, I had to get my permit and license, and I got it all in like 1 month. But I used to drive without having a permit or license and all that. So it was finally time for me to do that. I did that, which was such a big accomplishment, because if you know me, that was one of my biggest fears. It became a fear because I before would go for my permit and I kept failing, and it would crush my ego. That's for sure. It crushed my ego for sure. And it was like, why am I not getting this? Like, bro, I'm I'm smart as hell. I love school and all that. So like, how can I not pass a permit test? Like, I was like AB honor. Like, what? So it used to really bother me on like why I didn't pass the test, and I took that test like 5 times. Then I gave up because it was really messing with my ego. So then it became a fear, and then when my mom would just bring it up, like, when are you gonna go get your license? When are you gonna go get your license? And this and this and that. And I was just like, I'll come up with every excuse and all that and stuff of why not to go get my license. And then, like I said, it's a new year, and I'm coming after everything that I deserve, right? So then I get my license, I get my permit, I get my license, I pass. My dad gifts me a car, and I finally had got a car, which was such a big missing piece for me, especially being able to see my daughter and having access to my daughter. And I'll tell that in a different video too, with my daughter. And so I'm like, now I can see my daughter whenever I want. Now I can really get to the money. Now I can really get to make the moves that I want to make. And child, that car gave me so much trouble. It didn't even last me 30 days. I drove the car probably like 5 times. The engine blew out on the car, and I'm very grateful that my dad got me a car. Very, very grateful. I love my dad so much because he tries to do everything in the world to help me and help, like, make my life easier, a little bit better and stuff. So I'm very grateful for that. But then I started having a lot of trouble, and it was really, putting a lot on me. Then I found a job, and because when I got my car, I found a job, and then I started working at Nature's Table, and I loved it. And I just started having so much car problems, and it was just really hard to like really maneuver again and getting back and forth to work. And then I had the podcast with Jay, and then I had the Mommies and Mimosas. And to um coming from that event too, sorry, I blanked out. Coming from that event too, I gained a partner. I gained a partner, Janelle, um, who, for Empower Women, that we're building this event and stuff at her family's, establishment. Is called Level 13 Event Center. And so we did our next event together. And then that event, that event, we made profit. This was the first event out of all my events that I made profit. Woo! Thank you, Lord. That was a big accomplishment. Also, all the t-shirts of Empowered Women that I had and sold, all the products that I sold, just all the barriers that I broke within myself, and all the things that I accomplished within myself. Like, it is so much, and I would have to go deeper into the video if it's like deeper into it, and the video could be too long, so we'll just save it for another time. But last year was such a big year on me gaining my power, me seeing my value, me really getting rid of the habits and the thoughts and the spirits and everything that don't serve me no good, getting rid of really toxic traits and learning more about those things: codependency, the inner child, abandonment issues, self-sabotaging, and all of those things that I'm now starting to learning about your gut health, and like just learning so much, so much on every level, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And I would just apply what I would learn, and I was breaking so many barriers, and I had to fight through so much. And the only thing that kept me going was, I need to do this. I need to do this because really at the end of this, I know God has a plan for me. God wouldn't put me through something that is not purposeful for me and for our plan, because it's mine and His plan together. And I knew everything I was going through was for a reason. It was happening for me, not to me, and that was my mindset. That this is happening to me. It's happening for me. It's not happening to me. What's happening to me right now is going to propel me. It's going to take me higher. I need this. I need to go through all of this to get me to where I am going, to become the woman that I need and praying for. I need to become, because now I need me to become that. My daughter needs me to become that. My family needs me to become that. God needs me to become that, because God chose me for a reason. God chose me, put a plan on my life and put a purpose on my life. So if I don't get up and do that, I'm only letting all of that pass me by, and I'm not gonna get rewarded for any of it. I'm gonna keep living in this life that I'm working so hard to break. And I just knew that God chose me. God chose me out of my family, like, to be the one to break generational curses, to be the one that was gonna dig deep and, spread it on, because I everything that I learned, I would show and put my family onto it, my brother, my mom, telling everybody around me, the people around me, because they don't know these things as well. You know what I'm saying? They don't know any of this. This is all new for all of us. So, but I'm the one that's learning it. I'm the one that's putting it into application, and I'm the one that is digging deep. And I just really feel that God chose me to do that because he knew that I would do it. He knew that I was gonna be strong and really like fight for it, because I've been fighting for it for so long. I always knew like this is not life. Since I was a little girl, like my environment, what I was going through, like this is not life. This is not how life is supposed to be. Like there's more to this. There's more to life than this, than like pain and suffering and trauma and chaos and toxic. Like it was more to life than this. So I knew that I had to, and then I made a promise when I sent my daughter to go live with her father that I'm gonna take this time to dig deep to myself, to become, and Lord, please transform me and renew me, to become a better person, to become a better mother, to become a better daughter, to become a better example, just to be a better example, to just lead by example. And I wanted to be stable, financially stable, mentally stable, emotionally stable. I wanted to have a rock solid foundation and stuff like that, because we didn't have that, and I was tired of putting my daughter through things that she really didn't need to go through. Because at the end of the day, every kid has two parents, whether the kid lives with the father or lives with the mother. As long as you're in the child's life. However, each parent is in the child's life, but I feel that every parent has equal to the kid. The kid should, if everyone wants to live with the dad, if everyone wants to live with the mom, it is an equal thing. And I have to stop beating myself up as a mom, like, oh, you're a bad mom, and you're this, and your child, you're not with your child, and people are gonna talk, and this and that. And I had to remind myself that this is his child too, and he and she deserves to have a bond and have time and spend time together, and even just live together. Because I wish my parents did that for me. I wish my parents gave me the option to live with my dad, and even if it was for a year or two, just to really get for me to get a chance and experience my dad in a whole different other way. So I'm grateful I did that, because my daughter really got to experience and has experienced her dad in a whole different other way. Went from seeing her 4 days out of the month to having her every single day, and they had to learn each other. He had to really learn her, and she had to really learn him. Because at the end of the day, all my daughter knew for 8 years was me, and my mom, and everything that came with us. And although it wasn't all bad, but my daughter got a lot of love and everything out of it, and she is an amazing daughter. I just knew I was hurting her, and I was hurting me. So I really had to stop letting other people's opinions or whatever, like, just get into my mind. And I had to really so from there, I was just like, you know what? I ain't letting up, because I can't live without my daughter. I can't live without my daughter. And that was my why. I need to get my daughter back. And I'm not going to get my daughter back until I'm in a whole different other space. Really, like a whole different other space. So that was that. And kind of like lost where I was going with it. But overall, 2022 was a great year. It was a challenging year, but I learned so much within myself. I healed and I forgave. I went through so much last year, but it was really an amazing year, because God showed me the woman that I am, really deep down inside, the woman that was buried. He showed me her. He showed me bits and pieces of her. Keep going, because she's coming out, bits and pieces. She's coming out, bits and pieces. The strength, the value, the respect, you know what I'm saying, the morals, the principles, the everything. It was coming out. It was coming out slowly. The love, just it was coming out. And I'm really grateful for every single thing that I went through last year, because it wouldn't be who I am today, and I wouldn't be where I am today, with the drive and the ambition that I have, with the wisdom and the knowledge that I have, with the emotional intelligence that I have, with the spirit that I have, with now I'm so intentional. I pray for every step, very intentional. Um, I'm very mindful and aware of my actions, what I say, what I think, what I do, and the others around me, what I accept and what I don't accept. My boundaries, like putting my boundaries stick in stone. You know what I'm saying? So, what I will say, my favorite, my favorite moment from 2022 was the first event in May. That that event really no, I have two. I have that and doing the podcast with Jay. Doing the podcast with Jay, I was so vulnerable because me and Jay had been knowing each other since high school, and we like that's my bro. That is my bro. That's my dog. Um, it was such a vulnerable, raw conversation, and that was the first time I really said my testimony, really raw and vulnerable like that. A lot of emotions came with it, and my event, Mommies and Mimosas brunch experience in May. That event, the way God put that event together, and really just me being obedient and all that. I felt it. I felt what God was doing and that He was doing something new. And everything just after is just everything was new. Everything that I was experiencing was new. Also, I was in a magazine last year. I was featured in a magazine last year. Orlando's, one of Orlando's online magazine. I think I was saying Orlando Void, something like that. Magazine I was featured in last year too. That was another thing that was so big for me. That was so big for me. But okay, and then two moments that I didn't like in my car. My car broke down, and then when my dad's truck broke down, I was so over it at this point. Cars just breaking down. I don't know. Someone put some Higgs spell on me or something. I don't know. But I was so over it. I felt so defeated on those times. I was just, and then at this time was crazy because a week before the event I had to move out of my house, out of our apartment, and we were back to trying to find a place to live. And now we're at my my friend Donna's house. Me, my brother, and my mom all sleeping on her floor and stuff like that. And basically for like 4 months I went from her house to another friend's house to my best friend Tamika's house. Then my mom went to go stay with my grandma. My brother had found roommates, and it was just like we're back here. You know what I'm saying? It was just like cycles and cycles and repeated cycles, and I had to literally wake everybody up like, these are cycles that we need to break. If not, they're gonna keep happening. So that was just another time so literally a week before my event we had to move, and now I'm staying there at her house doing this event. It's supposed to be the greatest time of my life, but I'm basically homeless. Trying to find a car again, trying to really find a place to stay. It was a lot. So I felt like at those times I felt really defeated. And then I went to stay with my cousin. Then I moved here in this apartment, and I just felt so defeated at those that like 4 months or so, four months or whatever. I felt so defeated. I was so lost and stuff, but I was just diving more deep into leading on to God, and Him just revealing a lot of things that I needed to see within myself, that was breaking me, that was holding me back, that was just my relationship with money and fumbling money, and the ways that self-sabotaging that, and self-sabotaging relationships, and sticking to toxic relationships. and just it was just so much. So it was a lot, but it really got me to this point where I had to, when I coming into 2022, I didn't realize how much I went through in 365 days. And I was just like, wow. And how much I transformed in 365 days. And before even getting on this video, I just prayed. I just prayed, like, whatever needs to just come out will come out. I don't want to be perfect. Even if really nobody watches this video or interested in this video, or don't even watch it to the end, this was for me to hold me accountable to my word and what I said I was going to do, and being obedient to my word and to his word and to what we pray for, what we talk about. So this was just that. This was just me holding myself accountable and not letting my fears and everything talk me out of doing what I really want to do and what I love to do, and is to create, is to connect, is to inspire, is to talk. I have a gift of talking where people listen, and the way the words, and just, I don't know, I really have my God, these squirrels. Let me tell y'all, okay, I got trees all right here in my backyard. And in my patio, there's a screen and everything. And I just seen these squirrels, like, playing around. But these squirrels do this all the time. They will, you hear it? They will just, whatever, and then they start running up this thing, and then you be so locked. They scare me all the time. I was talking to one time, like, I know y'all know I'm here, and I know y'all be doing this on purpose. And he was sitting there talking to me. Little ass squirrel. Oh man, they be scaring me. But anyways, this was just holding me accountable and stuff like that, of me really tapping into my gift, really tap into what I love to do. I love to inspire, I love to motivate, I love to talk to people, I love to feed people, pour into people and stuff. And this is a part of my dream. It's really, social media influencer. I've been that for years, and I just never really tapped into it like I should, because man, I tap into it, I'm gonna take off. And that's why the enemy be coming with these doubts and these fears and this worry and all this, and trying to be perfect. So if nobody even watches this video, this was just holding me accountable to what I say I'm gonna do, when I say I'm gonna do it, and not even letting nothing else get to me. So more videos to come, that will be planned out and actually thought through. And if you watch this video, thank you for watching this video. I really truly appreciate it. This was just holding me accountable and just getting on here and just doing a video. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you see this. God bless you, and see you next time.